I know one time I seen Betty, you spoke of you like to help others by producing and writing, kind of like Pharrell. It's contrary to being like in front of the camera, but then you spoke
That's
on
dope.
like the Betty Dawl identity, and you spoke about how you want people to feel stimulated, and when they see you on stage, you want them to feel something because not just what they're hearing, but what they're seeing, from like the wigs to the boots, the outfits, everything. You even wear the platform stuff. But
Yeah,
like,
it's been a while.
yeah, and you even spoke of like public speaking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering, like, where does that feeling come from, where you're torn or conflicted about the spotlight being on you? Because it seems like at sometimes you want the spotlight on you, and at other times you want to step away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
very interesting you observe that, because that's something I've been battling too, because I feel like I used to be very like spotlight, and you know, I'm older, I'm 29, you know, I've really been out here in the
She's like, I'm 40. No, she's talking like she's like, I'm 50 at this
That's
point.
how I feel. I'm like, I've been putting these wigs on. My hair is too long to even like. It's like I tried, and I'm like, I'm hot. I'm like, what happened to me?
Right.
You know, but it's so funny. But I feel like, you know, I don't even know really what happened. I just feel like sometimes I don't know. I've been super internal the last, like, you know, I'll say last year, I'll say like a year and a half. I went to Hawaii, and then after Hawaii, I really came back a changed person. I feel like I had a spiritual rebirth there. I had like a lot of things that were happening that I was just like, what's happening to me? And like, you know, a lot of the projects that I was really like all in, like TRAPFØNE and stuff, like kind of slowly just started to end. And that's just life. Things, they happen and in the end. And then I really started to see like the beauty in being like a part of something, but not the light, not the camera being on me. And I almost that more, because it's cool to see other people kind of just thriving off of something you helped them with, and you don't have to be like, I did that, but you know, because they're doing it, you're just helping them. And I like that.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. It's kind of like, you know, instead of being the vehicle, you know what I'm saying, you can be the gas station. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
That's when we learn how to get rid of the ego.
Period.
When that becomes our lesson. And we like learn how to be a being without that. That's what that comes from. So you just reached a whole new level. That's all it was. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Of your higher self. And you're like,
literally,
I don't need, like, my purpose doesn't have to, it's going to be seen through people. Like you said, how you came on and you're so concerned with bringing it through people and recycling things through people. People don't even care to do that. They're like, oh, you don't know? You know what I mean? So that's dope.
Yeah, it's like, I used to teach these workshops for free in Tampa, like for girls, or guys could come, but it was really for girls. Like, hey, if you want to learn how to DJ, come to this workshop. I will teach you and show you everything I use for free, because knowledge belongs to no one. Like, if we keep knowledge to ourselves, think about what we're putting out into the universe to teach us. If we're like, well, if you teach me, I'm only going to keep it to myself. But no, if you teach me and I share it, there's that recycled energy again. Like, the universe just keeps watering you with more knowledge and more inspiration and wisdom and books. Like, their knowledge comes in so many forms. And you know, I have to be like, why are you teaching everybody your tricks? I'm like, bro, because look at everybody who's not, you know, and think about these girls who, like, they're gonna do it their own way. I'm not gonna go DJ their gig for them. They're gonna learn whatever, but then they're gonna go do it their own way. Like, it's if they're curious, it's part of their path too. And who am I to? I'd rather be the one that helped than the one that hated, you know, and in all circumstances, because it's literally toxic.
Thanks. That definitely feels better. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah,
I think sometimes.
A lot of people don't agree with that, with me, with the telling people your secrets. I have friends who have called me personally, like, Betty, you're tripping. I'm like, I'm not tripping, bro. They're like, what if they, you know, what if they're better than you? And I'm like, who cares, bro?
For one, that's weird, because you got to think about it. Like, for one, if it's for me, I'm going to be the best at it. Let's put it that way. So it doesn't matter who I share this with. You know what I'm saying? I had a girl that actually, this is just a little shallow example. Girls always hit me up like, what color you did your hair? I tell them to dye. Like, I don't give a fuck. Hey, this is what I use. And they come back, and I've had a couple girls like, I can't get it that color. What happened? I don't know. You know what I mean?
It wasn't meant to be that color on you.
That's just
Right,
so,
right.
it's just so basic of an example of what's for you is gonna be that bitch gonna shine. And if it ain't you, it was due to give to someone else. Cause your shit, for one, you'll receive what's supposed to come for you anyways when you have an open mind like that. I used to do nails before I found myself. And I had a lady today. She's like, "You don't do nails? How did?" I'm like, "That's not me. That's not me." I just realized it wasn't me. You know what I mean? And I helped girls out. I owned my own nail salon at one point, and I have it. Y'all can have. I'm not in competition with anybody. That's not me. I don't do that.
I've never been competitive at all, and I think
Nah.
that's really like what it has hindered me in some ways, because sometimes I'll just pull back because I'm not gonna compete.
Yeah,
Like
nope.
I always, like on a mushroom trip, long time ago, like a voice in my head was like, if you try to be better than anything or anyone, that's a low frequency. It's like there's the analogy to be better than, or just to be great. And our words are so powerful. It's like, do I want to be better than, or do I want to be great? I want to be great. You know, it's Alexander the Great, not Alexander the better than.
Better than.
You know, like what?
I like that. I like that.
It's I said words are just very powerful, and that's something I learned over quarantine too.
Mm-hmm.
Is sound is so important. What we say and how we say it and where it stems from when we say it. It's like it made me slow down. And I have a healer who I go to and get readings from, and she's really helped me work through some like old trauma. And she was like, during my birthday reading, she's like, you know, it's strange, like you really haven't said as much as you said in the past online, even though it's been a very active time after quarantine. She's like, I feel like you kind of caged up a little bit, and you need to undo that in the fall. And I was like, you know, like I had to really reflect on what was happening for real for me, instead of get out, everybody's online having an opinion. And I had to really come inside and understand what was happening, because I was reading this book about what we say and how important it is, and the spells we cast every day just by speaking unconsciously.
That's why I call it a spelling bee, because the words are like spells.
Yeah, they are. They really are, you know.
Yeah. You spoke about what you went through. I seen before you said that at one point you were kind of mad at the universe and God when you had lost your father at 10.
Oh,
and
yes.
that it like changed you. Then 14, you were sent off to a program